saw the short that we uploaded a couple days ago, showing off the new beehive. It's going to take hopefully about 10 minutes or so and go through how I'm getting started. First and foremost, I've never been a beekeeper or spent any significant time around honeybees on purpose. Okay, I've seen them eating honey, but I don't know anything past what I've learned in the last few months on the internet, YouTube, and then even got a couple of little books. This one's a pretty basic care, upkeep, and what you can do with the products and stuff that your honeybees make. But I'm also doing this as budget friendly as possible. So the only money that's spent that's probably not necessary is our decorations at the old Hobby Lobby, but maybe make the bees happy. Happy bees make more honey. So we got some be happy, be your best. I could definitely sign off on those puns. Again, may not be the recommended way to go, but I've got a $20 bee bale. Bought 2 of them so that I can get some help if I need it around the hives. But 2 bee bales, $40. The nice ones, $60 or better by itself. Bee stings. I'm not really looking forward to bee stings. I'm also not a big fan of spending $150 on a bee suit. So down at Home Depot, I got a full body Tyvek suit, which will probably deter them. I figure if I wear clothes underneath it, Tyvek suit's going to be pretty encapsulating on the body. Should be good. $12 a piece. Got 2 of those. Again, we're balling on a budget here. This is a handy dandy like beekeeper starter kit. So I actually ordered this probably 6 months ago because I knew I was going to try to do bees this spring. So pretty standard little smoker thing. Bees don't like smoke, but we force them to smoke. I don't think that, well, we know how that turned out for all of us. They grew up in the 90s, but we're probably fine. I guess you brush bees when their hair's a little messy. Set of gloves, that seems like a good idea, so we don't get stung on our hands. Little grabber tool. I've been watching a ton of like how-tos and YouTubes and keeping up with beekeepers online. I've never seen anybody use one of these, so probably a neat thing, but probably also gonna just slow me down. I don't even know. I have no idea what this is. These might be pollen patties, which I guess is a bee food supplement. I need to go back and see what I bought, but those are in the bag. This is, I think, something to do with decapping later on in the honey process. You can comb out your honey, whatever. And this is probably the only super useful thing that I need in here. Hive tool, smoker, maybe gloves, and we'll be in good shape with that. Don't know what that is. I guess that's a queen cage. If I were to catch a separate honeybee queen, I could trap her in this and move her around or something. Not really sure on all that, but I'm sure we will learn and figure that out later on. Got this little fella. Don't really know what to do with that either, but it came in a kit, so that's cool. That's it. Like I said, I've probably got, well, I know for a fact I've got less than $100 in what I've picked up so far. So that's pretty affordable, I think. And I think we'll probably talk about the hive a little bit here too. I got this off of Home Depot, and it's a Vevor kit. If you're familiar, they make budget tools and parts and whatever. It's kind of like uh, Temu type stuff for big box stores, I think. But overall, I think I'm going to be pretty happy with it. It seems fairly robust. Full transparency, I did assemble a beehive for my mother-in-law a while back, but that was it. I assembled it. So here's your beehive, and see you later. Didn't do anything with the bees. But yeah, let's check out this Vevor beehive. This was $170. So let's come on in and get a little closer. Check this out. Hey, we're doing good. 6 minutes in. Light's a little poor, but whatever. All right, so top of it. But look at this stuff. It's pretty, like, it's all coated really well. I'm guessing that's beeswax, supposedly. It's wax, so some kind of wax. Let's set this off to the side. Knock plants over. And yeah, it's just seems like pretty good stuff, really. Here's a little piece that's pretty important. I think it's a queen excluder. This feels a little flimsy, and I might get a metal one. I don't see this lasting real long. And then here, this is the top part of the beehive. This would be like, I guess they call it a honey super, but it's a thinner box, and it has these little wax foundations in the frames, and it's pretty cool. So hopefully by the end of the year, if everything goes like exceedingly well, maybe I get actual honey. If not, that's okay. That'll be next year. Nice. But yeah, check these out. Each one of these big boxes has a window on it, so we can kind of open it up and see what's going on this side, and you can see bees kind of doing stuff. That'll be neat. These frames are a little different. They've got a wax, lightly coated wax, like this foundation, and the bees will go on there and make their honeycombs and do their thing. This was a tedious thing. I didn't assemble 30 of these to get this kit together, so that took a little while. Like, actually, it took a long time. That was tough. I did it over the course of like 3 or 4 days. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty excited about how decent this stuff is. For less than $200, I get the whole kit, from the ground up beehive. Same thing. So we got another big box here, and then the bottom. So effectively, I think what we're gonna do is get some bees, and they're gonna live in this house, and we're gonna pretty much just hit my head on my own window. That's terrible. But I guess step one is to get some bees and try to get one of these things filled up and happy with a good functioning, small colony. Once they get this most of the way filled up, they need more space. It's like a growing family. And then we would throw on another box and let the bees fill up this house, right? And if we can get both of these boxes full and have a good strong population of honeybees, then maybe we start making honey in the fall. We'll see. I'm gonna cheat. I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna cheat, but I'm going to try to supplement my beehive with additional flowers. Let's get all this stuff put back together. know the queen excluder does not go on top, so anybody that knows what they're doing, don't grill me about it. It's just how the beehive lives in my bedroom for now. So there's that. I said I was cheap, right? So we're at a very nice and cheap store the other day. I got a whole bunch of just wildflower seed packets, and I'm gonna plant all of those packets kind of in a couple stages, but pretty much in the perimeter of my pasture out back behind the house. I'm gonna try to plant a ton of wildflowers and honeysuckles and things of that nature to maybe get some extra bloom, extra nectar, and to keep my bees, you know, producing at a high level without having to go too far. We've got a lot of flowering plants. My neighbors have tons of vegetables and flowers and big flowering trees and stuff. Crepe myrtles are pretty popular around here. We've got a ton of those. But we'll see. I think I have a pretty good shot at being successful. So we're looking at getting bees in about a month. And until then, I'll just kind of take you along the ride. We'll do probably a couple of videos when I actually move this outside and get the bee yard set up. So there'll be another kind of walkthrough as I, actually get things set up and built. But that's where we're at. If you've stuck around this long, thank you very much. We'll see you next time.